It's the NFL on EA Sports, and this one features the Ravens' sure-handed tight end. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions. It's the Ravens and the 49ers, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading the charge, their lefty QB.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game, bottom line. May not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They go play action here on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play. Dixon running from the shotgun. He's way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. You see the numbers on the ground for Dixon a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power. We saw finesse. We saw speed. And what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
That's complete to Ward. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. On third and short. They'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the 49ers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Collins. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Ravens' 40-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He'll get this to Ward. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
First down, San Francisco.
Now a handoff right side. It's Dixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
2nd and 14. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
And Jake Moody now on for the field goal.
This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead.
Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff in field position and took the ball and moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what soaked them last week resolves itself this time around.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Flowers. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. The numbers for him from a week ago. 11 catches, 73 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
On first down, Goodrich. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 1.
They'll keep it on the ground. Goodrich. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They run the counter. Goodrich. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at their
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And this one's going to sail on him a bit, and it's incomplete. You look at this Niner defense.
This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
Theories abound. People have opinions. But too often for this team this season, it's been the big play that's done them in.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that third down play. That brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Yeah, yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Back to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
The give running right, Dixon looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. Back to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
On first down, they go with Dixon.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. They'll come up second and 7.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, first and 10.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a first and goal.
On first and goal, Dixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL. So they're not going to be denied here, and they wound up punching this one into the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead grows to 10-0. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Ravens.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 and 10-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
From the left side, it's complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big game there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. As they've got it as we resume action.
Throwing on first down. Flowers. And they're going to get it. They bring him down on a sack back at the 16-yard line.
Ryan Brzee fought in and got him down.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Looking to throw. Flowers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Back to throw. Flowers. Got a man. It's caught for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Now Jones.
Jones now on the return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive linemen. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
To about the 35, second down.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. Throw left side complete. That's Dixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
To number 22. A gain of 11 on the play. And the 49er first down.
Up the middle they go with Dixon. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped.
Ball start. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. They'll try to counter with Dixon.
It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Ravens' 32-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Dixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone.
They'll look to throw again. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers have regained the lead.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now 17-14.
17. Ravens 14.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So
and now this is intercepted. My goodness. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
On second down, it's Dixon. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Niners first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
First down, San Francisco.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now back to throw. That's Ward, complete right side. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Dixon trying up the middle. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Flowers. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that 1st down pickup.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Goodrich.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Goodrich. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Off the play fake. Flowers to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Fair to say it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. And he is out of bounds here. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. It's the fullback. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half.
We've been together a few years, and you know that I really ride the wave of old momentum, don't I?
Yes, you do.
There is a heck of a difference between being down 6 and possibly being up 1. And right now, they've got that opportunity.
No doubt. That is a big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum. The extra point splits the uprights, and that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
That's complete. It's Collins. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Back to throw again. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the football game, and you hate to give away possessions, but instead of forcing something downfield on third down, that was a wise move to just get it to the sideline.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. And it's the Texans who've got the lead in the second quarter. Kyler Murray throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. The Titans are getting hot at the right time as they move to 10-5 with 2 games remaining.
Okay,
this one's
Coach,
been all you can hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're rocking and rolling, but the scoreboard doesn't show a big difference. Maybe it's one of those games where coaches say you can't miss your turn on offense.
I like the way you phrased it, especially with that. I love that rocking and rolling because the explosions on offense are happening. So that's going to keep the crowd going. They're loving that. But defensively, they just can't get it together to get the stops they've needed in order to help increase their margin. They've got to find a way, but you're not counting on it. Exactly what you said. Can't miss your turn, can't miss your opportunity.
Yeah, they're going for another opportunity now. Off the bootleg. Flowers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Flowers. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Up the middle they go. Goodrich. And effective running here. They'll take it down inside the 10.
50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Flowers looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got one complete. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Off play action. Flowers to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. From 3 yards out.
And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete.
From the 24. They'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Travis Jones, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Completes it to Dixon. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. They'll look to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. Running out of the gun with Dixon. Oh, he bowls over it.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Holding, offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Goodrich. Room here to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run on first down. Goodrich. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Operating from the gun, Flowers.
And throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
3rd and 19.
They'll set up a throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 6 there on the first down play. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. To throw on second down. Flowers. Being chased out left. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the deep blanket his receivers. That's a backbreaker for the defense. They finish this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
On first down, Flowers. And it's complete to Adams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Goodrich, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 38-yard line.
in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Off the bootleg. Flowers looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
Back to throw. Flowers. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 43. A good pick up there of 20 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On the give, this is Dixon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Collins. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A juke into space. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They go play action here on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
He'll look to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 8 yards out. And the Niners have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Moody good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
49ers 30.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wildcard spots with 2 weeks to go. But, you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
That's into the hands of McLaughlin. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Now this is caught. He hits Moore. And he will have the Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup on the first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On first down. And the ball is knocked out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. A give running left, Dixon. He'll take this to the 46.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now back to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a first throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers have taken a 4th quarter lead. There was no. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw, as this play will stand as is.
And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. This is 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He's back to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete.
Brandon's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They took a big shot there for the end zone, and if he finds a way to come up with it, that might be your game winner. But it was not to be. The coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt.
Nice solid gain there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. The 49ers now going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly, costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for Baltimore, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
It's week 16 of the NFL, and we've got the Chargers leader at quarterback. He's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year. It's the Chargers and the Patriots, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. It is week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the L.A. Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in week 16. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and sometimes he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. But you look at this Patriots defense. They've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they got to move up. In order to do that, they got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
And now has 11 touchdowns on the season, and in no way is that just simply luck. That's a great combination of route running, determination, and making nice catches.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. The Chargers are 12-2 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Pull that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Up the middle they go. It's Manning. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So out come the Patriots here to get their first shot on offense. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Let's take it inside his own 40. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture in the AFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot. But nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Manning. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Manning, and he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
Well, when you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Back to throw now on first down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Pats are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Operating from the gun, Edwards. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Looking to throw. Edwards. Throw out wide to Walker. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Operating from the gun. Edwards. That's to the sideline and incomplete. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, and this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Back to throw again. And his pass incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 37. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. L.A. readies for its next possession. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line ready to go as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 6.
Back to throw. Edwards. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. He'll look to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Well, the Patriot offense back out, getting set to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Here's Edwards, looking to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Edwards.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Looking to throw, Edwards. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
We have so many different terms for 3rd down, 3rd and short, 3rd and long, 3rd and manageable. How about 3rd and medium? Because that's what this one was. The defense looked like they had him hemmed in, but he gets away, evades the rush, and picks up just enough for the 1st down.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10.
To throw again, Edwards.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
To about the 48-yard line.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
On second down now, it's Manning, and he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Manning. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
59 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Manning. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots 33. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They're going to look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. It's their quarterback, 33 yards, and the Chargers have taken the lead.
All right, we've been together long enough. You were seeing the same thing I was seeing. The mindset there was, I think there's a space. Time for me to take it and go.
Yeah, we saw what he saw. I think first he said, well, let me tuck this, get a first down. Then the lane was there. He said, I'm going to the end zone.
Yeah, no sense stopping at that point, was there? He ended up taking it all the way. A really nice piece of running.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead is now 10-3. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
To the right side, this is Walker.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now Edwards to throw on 2nd down.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. And now the 3rd down passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. On second down, it's Madden. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Short pass caught by the tight end Gentry. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken in at the 22. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5.
New England's offense set to go. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Edwards throwing on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. To throw is Edwards on 1st and 10. And he will find his man on the outside. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Edwards now on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Edwards. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Patriots are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand new ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chargers going to take over here one more time before the half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Manning. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Barnett. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw it out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And it's the Packers who have the lead in that one. Trey Lance with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, let's get to the Meadowlands to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. The Giants seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. The Titans are getting hot at the right time as they move to 10-5 with 2 games remaining. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Will Anderson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here now a 3rd and 20. Back to throw. Edwards. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. They'll run on 1st down. Manning. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 82 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Manning. And he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10.
And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Now back to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. From 6 yards away. And the Chargers are going to take the lead.
So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the 2nd half.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes it a 17-10 score.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. New England trying to get a place on offense. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Edwards. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Edwards.
He completes this to Walker.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Back to throw. Edwards.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
No.
This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even call going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, what they do? They leave their leg up in the air an extra count or two, hoping someone comes into contact.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Stevens. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Looking to throw. Edwards steps away to his left. And he will slide to a halt with a penalty marker down on the play.
Holding. Offense.
What's the deal, y'all?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Operating from the gun. Edwards. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Here's Edwards, looking to throw on 2nd down. Walker with a grab, left side. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, it creates a penalty.
Well, he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Again, Walker. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Off the play fake. Edwards. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Disastrous outcome there on 3rd and goal. They lose 9 yards on the sack.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you had extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
And his kick here is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Right back to him on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. Rolling to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Now a give, right side. Manning. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Barnett. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
These guys certainly not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack. He'll drop to throw.
The throw right side here going to be incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a two-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
On second down, it's Walker. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Kramer. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnett. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the hook up to Brown. He is out of bounds inside the 35. 2 choke plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Up the middle they go. It's Manning. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll set up to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Patriots are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And now out come the Patriots. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now this series could very well determine our outcome. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great because I think on that one he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Nice
rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Buying time to his left. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. They'll try the left side. Manning. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 139 yards rushing for him now to this point. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Manning. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So the Patriots now down by 10. 1:45 to play. They're going to need a Christmas miracle to pull this one out as they've got it 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now Edwards throwing on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone inbounds, get them on the ground.
And he is caught, and he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 36. Back to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them.
They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the front.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for LA, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California.